Recap, Recast, Recycle, podcast about franchises and how they get better and worse over time.
Just take those old records on.
Oh my god! Whoa!
All right. Except for Jurassic Park, which is the best movie ever made, of course.
That was better than Jurassic Park.
Holy smokes.
That was better than the future birth of my firstborn child.
Wow. Okay. Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to Recap, Recast, Recycle,
Yo,
a podcast about franchise. What?
None of us are ladies.
I'm talking to the listeners.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I'm sorry.
No,
And you forgot to mention dinosaurs
I-
again.
But at this moment, I
Yeah.
am a listener because I'm listening to you do the classic intro that you always do.
Ladies, gentlemen, dinosaurs.
There it is.
We're
Welcome
just
to
like you,
Recap,
listeners.
Recast,
We put on
Recycle,
our
a podcast
diamond-studded
about
pants one leg at a
franchises
time.
and how they get better and worse over time. Franchises like Jurassic Park
I would
/
say
Jurassic
people
World,
watch this more than they just listen to it.
starring
Keep going with your intro.
starring the Indominus Rex and
I'm gonna
Chris
say
Pratt
starring more
beefcake
as like a
version.
supporting role.
Yeah. He
On
doesn't even have
today's
any speaking
episode,
lines.
He doesn't even say Alan, like every dinosaur should.
Yeah.
On today's episode, we're discussing a movie that came out just a few years ago and was a mega hit.
6
A
years.
movie that takes the original's formula, builds upon its foundation, and expands. That's right. On today's episode, we're talking Jurassic World.
Aiden, that's the best toy I've ever seen.
Very nice.
I didn't know its mouth could open and close.
Yeah.
How
It's
does it do
cool.
it? What are you pulling?
The tail.
Oh, it's tail. Okay, cool. Because sometimes there's like a little trigger like in between the
Like
legs.
a button.
Does it have a voice box? And does it say Alan?
It will.
Yeah, make it say Alan.
Give me a week.
Okay. Next week, next episode, everyone. Joe, how are you?
I'm doing great, living my best life.
This
for
is
sure. Yeah.
obviously the best content. You didn't introduce us. I don't know who I am.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody's wearing glasses except me, so I feel left out. I don't have any glasses with me right now. So
Get bad
Um,
vision,
the
Joe.
person in
Loser.
you're all wearing. Oh my god. Okay, Kale's the one in the white shirt. Colin's the one in
I'm the
front
one in the
of
Seinfeld shirt, Joe.
Joe,
Seinfeld
get it right.
shirt. That's a white shirt. You can't
The
deny that.
Seinfeld shirt.
And then Colin's in front of the flying dinosaur with the Zara or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
And then Hayden's the one who's not either one of those two. So
With the
and he's
lamp.
got
He's
a
got
lamp.
the lamp,
He's
Joe.
the lamp.
That's his
He's the
defining
lamp.
characteristic. We all know that.
Is the lamp to the side of him,
Not even in
just
frame.
off screen? Yeah.
It's
Wonderful.
implied.
Joe, that was probably the best intro you've done on this podcast.
Thanks. It really helps when nobody is wearing like t-shirts of every different color. That
Hey,
really
I'm
helps. And all
wearing,
just wearing
uh,
glasses.
Step Brothers t-shirt.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
you're
know
Wearing
gonna
a
that.
notice that,
Seinfeld
Joe.
shirt.
And I'm wearing a Pine Cove shirt.
Well,
What movie's
there you
that?
The movie that is life.
The Place Between the Pine Cove with Ryan Gosling. I think that's a movie.
Yeah, it was
Sure.
a cool movie. He was like
Okay.
a stunt driver. It was really cool.
No, you're thinking of Baby
Trailer.
Drive. No, you're thinking of Drive.
It's Drive. And
I almost
no,
said
he's a
Baby Driver.
motorcycle stunt driver in this one.
I watched that recently.
What,
Which
Drive or
one?
Baby Driver?
Drive.
Did you like it?
Not as much as I like Baby Driver.
Oh,
There wasn't
okay.
enough driving in it.
Yes. Joe, have you heard of that story? How a lady tried to sue the company that made Drive because there wasn't enough driving in it.
Well, people are kind of crazy. Especially when it comes to
Spoilers.
movies.
Joe, I
Yeah.
don't appreciate being interrupted
Full
like
spoilers for every single Jurassic Park
Joe, it's
movie from now
incredibly
until
rude to
eternity.
that. Interrupt.
Well, these are
people.
Jurassic World movies. not
And
Jurassic
spoilers
Park.
for Drive, Baby Driver, The Place Between the Pines, and anything
Nostalgia
else we can
Critic.
think of. Step Brothers. Sure. Nostalgia
Spoilers: the
Critic.
nostalgia critic dies.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa.
Kale, are you threatening the nostalgia critic?
I am.
Oh my word! Can't wait to see that thumbnail pop up on Twitter.
Joe, put in. Okay, I don't. This might take a little bit of work. Joe, put in a really crappy edit of Kale and the Nostalgia Critic with the verses on it. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
like
a-
a thumbnail?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do like a cut in of like
definitely,
Kale
definitely.
versus the Nostalgia
Yes.
Critic.
That's gonna take you like an hour at least.
It's gonna take me a lot of work because I have no idea who or what the Nostalgia Critic is.
Just
So
search
that's gonna be
nostalgia
the
critic.
biggest
Yeah.
hurdle.
Look,
Don't
I'm gonna
worry, I'll
see.
send you a
I
video in a
guarantee
minute.
you, there's a picture of him just with his fists up.
Okay.
Definitely.
Or you
Or
can
holding
do
a
this with
gun.
his gun.
Photoshop them.
Oh, there is the one holding a gun. Okay, nostalgia.
Trailer.
We have learned more in the past decade from genetics than a century of digging up bones. A whole new frontier has opened up. We have our first genetically modified hybrid.
You just went and made a new dinosaur?
Probably not a good idea. Almost 40 feet high. Really think she climbed out?
Depends.
On what?
What kind of dinosaur they cooked up in that lab? Evacuate the island. She's a highly intelligent animal. She will kill anything that moves.
Oh, God.
Critic. Ah! Right in the middle of my Google.
Fun fact about Jurassic World, the first one. It is the first movie that I saw an employee showing of at our local theater.
Cool.
Which will remain nameless because we don't want to get killed. But I work there right now. I'm gonna get shot by somebody, a listener, a crazed
Nobody
listener,
cares or listens
like
to
that,
this.
like that person, Kathy Bates in that movie,
The
Yeah.
Bates
right?
Motel.
Kind of thing. She like kills somebody who because she's a fan.
Oh, Misery.
That one, Misery, of course, the classic.
Yeah, we all know.
It doesn't kill him, just breaks his legs.
Well, that's pretty bad. I
Joe,
like
I
my.
sent you the nostalgia critic gun picture.
And I sent 3 pictures of Nostalgia Critic as well.
Oh, this guy.
I didn't know it was gonna pop up.
That's very nice, though. Why don't we do that more? If I'd known that was a power, I would have used that more by now.
All right.
It's one of those infinity gems.
Does anyone want to guess what the tagline is, unless you know for sure what it is, like having seen it on Letterboxd or something?
I've seen it, but I
Uh,
forgot it. And I said it was
haven't-
dumb last episode. So,
Haven't seen it. No.
Well, that wasn't my question. My question was, does anyone want to guess what it is?
Yeah,
No.
I don't have a guess.
I don't want to guess.
Yeah, it's time to get Jurassic. That's probably better than what they came up
We got to get
I
your Jurassic out of the
wish.
park.
No, the tagline is "The park is open."
The,
It already
Oh,
was
cool.
open.
the world is open.
No, it's
That's
the
the
park
second
is
one.
open. The
No,
world
this
was
isn't-
already
It's
open.
a park.
This isn't a park.
theme park.
This is a world.
Kill, the world is open as a hooker on a Saturday night. Kill, or Joe, you can cut that out.
Well, it's not now.
Joe, keep it in.
The world is very
Keep it real.
closed right now.
Okay, the synopsis comes from Rotten Tomatoes.
That's probably gonna be good.
Located off the coast of Costa Rica, that confused me. The Jurassic World luxury resort provides a habitat for an array of genetically engineered dinosaurs, including the vicious and intelligent Dominus Rex. When the massive creature escapes, it sets off a chain reaction that causes the other dinos to run amok. Now it's up to a former military man and animal expert, played by Chris Pratt, to use his special skills to save two young brothers and the rest of the tourists from an all-out prehistoric assault. Bryce Dallas Howard is not mentioned once in that synopsis.
I mean,
What
what
the
did
heck?
she do? What did she do, honestly?
She ran away from a T-Rex. They would have
In
died
high
if she hadn't
heels.
shot that
One thing.
T-Rex.
One thing.
Okay.
Did it mention those brothers? I didn't
Yeah, it did.
hear. Okay, it did. Okay.
Hayden,
Cover
what
all her
does
face.
Ellie Sattler do in Jurassic Park?
Also nothing. Except turn the power on.
I don't like this trail we're going down right now. So we're going to go to main characters. Bryce Dallas Howard as Claire Deering. She's good.
Yeah.
Everyone is
Solid.
fine in this movie for what they're given.
They're in this
Sure.
movie for sure.
Sure.
They are present and on screen.
Present
Hayden-
on screen, got a paycheck.
Hayden, use your words.
I didn't like the two children.
Oh, well,
Oh,
nobody likes the two
yeah.
children. They
Were
suck.
terrible.
They're awful.
Annoying.
But I think-
Especially love Simon. I didn't love him in this movie.
Oh, but the actors are good enough for what they're given. Like I said,
Which is not very much.
no.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Jurassic Park movie. We're
Imagine-
not expecting great film writing here.
Imagine going to Jurassic World and just wanting to be on your phone the whole time.
Yeah. What a loser.
What?
Your dinosaurs exist.
Loser. Chris Pratt as Owen Grady.
Solid. How about
Not
the
very
Chris
good.
Pratt Renaissance?
Chris
I
Pratt
need
has three
Chris
good
Pratt-
roles.
What are his three good roles?
Star-Lord,
Yes.
Emmett from the Lego movies,
Oh yeah.
and Andy from Parks and
Oh,
Rec.
Parks and Rec. Yeah.
What
There's
about the guy
literally
from the
nothing
Magnificent
else.
Seven?
Haven't watched it, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
Joe, you're
I
probably
have.
the only person who's seen that movie.
I've seen it.
I
I just don't
know.
remember it.
Look,
think
I'm
he was
sorry. I
fine.
love
Was
westerns.
Denzel Washington in that?
He
Yeah.
was, bro. That
And,
cast is stacked.
Vinny D. Vincent D'Onofrio.
He's
Mhm.
probably better than that than he was in this.
Also, Chris Pratt is in Moneyball and he rocks. So
Is that a Brad
I think
Pitt
Chris-
movie?
I need
there
Chris
can be more
Pratt-
than one actor.
I need
Better
Chris
movie.
Pratt to stop being in things. He's in too many things. I'm tired of seeing him and hearing him. I guess he can be Star-Lord. That's fine because he's not like the main person in those movies.
And Emmett
And Emmett, you got Emmett.
Yeah.
Emmett.
and Rex Dangervest.
And
Sure.
whoever that is.
That's the other guy
Character
from
from the
Lego
second
Movie
one.
2.
Remember Passengers?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't.
It was a really creepy movie.
Yeah, it was weird.
Sorry, I'm trying to kill a freaking moth. There we go. Gosh.
Chris Pratt is stuck on a spaceship with Jennifer Lawrence, and he breaks her like sleep chamber that keeps her alive because he's lonely. And then
Which
Just-
the trailers make it seem like that will be a twist of the movie, but like in the movie you just see him do it at the beginning of the movie, and
Yeah,
then
it's
they
like the
still
first
try to
10
treat it
minutes.
like a twist.
it wasn't very good.
No.
And then he was
Uh,
never in anything ever again.
We talked about Ty Simpkins as Gray Mitchell, Nick Robinson as Zach Mitchell. They're the kids. They suck.
Yeah.
Irfan
Zach
Khan.
and Gray.
No, I do want to mention something.
Oh,
Like,
go ahead.
I remember the hype up to this film when that trailer was released. We all just watched it. It was great. There was a lot of talk around the time when it was first coming out of how do we think they're going to kill the children? Will this be like the first Jurassic Park movie to show the children die? And that was a big thing about the movie.
I don't
And
remember that
it
at all.
didn't happen at all.
It did not happen.
It should have.
It definitely should.
Wasn't aware of the discussion, saw the trailer, said this movie's gonna rule, and it did.
Yeah, we
That-
all
that
just
was
watched
mine.
the trailer together.
I
we
mean,
all
it's kind of
helped
No,
out.
weird
like in the moment, I
because
just
the
watched
deaths
the
are very
trailer. I was
vindictive
like
in this.
13.
Like more so than the original movies.
Irfan Khan as Simon Masrani. He's
I
good
like
in
him a
this
lot.
movie.
He's
I
there.
think he's really cool. I
He's
think
the
he's
best
a chill
character in the
CEO.
film.
He is. And hold on, let me Google this just to make sure.
He's a dapper dressed pilot, and he rocks. Love him.
Yeah. So he, again, spoiler alert, he dies in this movie, and I got really sad because he's dead in real life also.
Oh, dang.
Wait, really?
Oh,
Yeah, he died last year.
Due to what?
Hayden, I get that you're emotional, but you need to keep it down for this show.
I'm sorry.
You need to be professional here.
I just loved him so much.
People also ask how Irfan Khan has died.
How was his death? Was it pleasant?
How did he die?
He had cancer.
Oh,
He
Okay.
died of a colon infection, I think.
Just like Chadwick Boseman.
I don't think Chadwick Boseman died of a colon infection.
Well,
but I
yeah,
guess
he
we
had
don't know
colon
that for
cancer.
sure. Oh, sure. Hey, speaking of which, the Oscars were trash.
yeah.
Just awful.
I was expecting like really bad and unfunny bad, but it was just like boring.
The one thing they needed to do was give Chadwick Boseman an Oscar as a Lifetime Achievement Award, and they didn't do it.
Instead, Anthony Hopkins got it, and he was probably at home like watching the news, but not
Yeah.
that much, like just
He
the
wasn't there
regular news.
because he wasn't there because Britain is in a huge lockdown right now.
Or he was
I don't
probably
think
just
he
reading a
would've won
book
anyways.
or dancing.
Yeah, he's probably filming some weird video for Twitter.
I'm actually sad that they did not nominate the gentleman for costume design. 'Cause I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody has seen those threads they had on, but look, the Mackay
I
was
wanted
cooking
Wolf
up a
Walkers
storm.
to win Best Animated Picture, but that didn't happen.
What one?
Soul.
Soul. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad that Soul won. It is a good movie.
And of course, the
tired of-
biggest snub of all, Sonic didn't win Best Picture. I don't know
My
what
gosh,
that was
that's
about.
ridiculous.
Yeah, the movie that was single-handedly in theaters for months.
All right, that was our classic segment Oscar talk that we
Yep.
do every week, and now we're gonna keep going with Omar Sy as Barry, which is Owen's like second in command.
He's there.
He's chill.
He's there, yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, did he die? Or
I don't
remember.
think
No.
so. No, he
Just
almost
kinda
died,
got left in a log.
and then Chris Pratt was like, "Don't die," and he was like, "Okay, I won't."
I mean, he's pretty reasonable for the characters in these movies who are very dumb.
Yeah. Jake Johnson as Lowry Crothers.
He's fine.
I like Jake Johnson. I didn't really like this character.
Really?
He's funny, but that
Yeah.
was just weird. It was just a
Yeah.
weird inclusion.
It doesn't seem like the kind of character you get Jake Johnson to play. Like, it didn't
Well, neither
really mesh
does
well.
his character from The Mummy.
Well,
This
yeah.
is much better than The Mummy.
Well, anything's better than the Mummy. He's there.
Lauren Lapkus as Vivian. I love seeing Lauren Lapkus in anything. She was the lady that he tried to kiss, and then she was like, having
Oh, she was funny.
Well, see, that was
I
a
like
funny
it.
scene. I'll give him
They
that.
played well off of each other.
yeah.
She said like 4 lines.
Vincent D'Onofrio as Vic Hoskins.
Mm.
He's fine.
Not very good.
He's acted better. in
Weird
other-
military man.
Dude, just like seeing Daredevil and
Yeah.
watching this, it's sad.
I was really hoping he would like say "my boy" and then go into a speech, but it
When
never
I was a
happened.
boy.
I love his wolf pup story. That's the best.
I don't remember. What was it?
He's like, I brought a wolf cub home, and then
Oh, right.
I raised it, and then it bit my wife.
Well, no,
What are you
he said
doing?
he did say that his wife came at him with a steak knife, but he didn't
Yeah.
explain why that happened.
I know,
just
it's
did.
so weird. It's so hilarious.
And he presumably still has a wolf pup at home, well, a grown wolf
Yeah.
probably waiting for him.
Well, unless it's
Yeah,
dead.
yeah, he said he kept it.
Yeah, he didn't shoot it. Good stuff.
B.D. Wong is Henry Wu, back from Jurassic Park, where he had one scene.
That
He's still kicking.
working that turtleneck.
Oh yeah.
Just
Why would you trust a man who has a secret lab? Also, do the other employees know about the secret lab? Because there is a thing for it. What do they think goes on in there?
I
have
think they
no
do because
idea.
they watched him come out of it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be pretty upset. Like, what is he doing there? I want to see.
Okay. Now, the most important character of all, of course, is Jimmy Fallon as himself.
Absolutely disgusting. But I will mention, to the film's credit, when they see him on the screen, they only react with disgust and unamusement. They don't comment on it. They just look very bored and tired of him, which is the reaction most people should have.
I think you're thinking of James Corden.
Got
Yeah,
me.
come on.
Okay, I will say, I think it would be worse if they had James Corden in this.
Yeah, at this point, James Corden would be a worse inclusion than Jimmy Fallon.
But I think it should be a general rule to just not have people who are on late night talk show hosts. Don't have them in movies.
I wish it was Conan. That's what
Oh
I
yeah,
wish it was.
Conan
Conan
is the
would be
exception.
Or Seth Meyers. I would have taken either of them.
Yeah, I don't mind
Wasn't
Seth
Conan in
Oh,
Death Stranding?
no. Colbert.
Probably.
Colbert
That's
would
what I
be
want. I want Colbert. He's a
Colbert
nerd.
was better back in the day.
Now, I will say, I won't harsh them like too much for a movie reason, because they do say that they had to sell out to get the park made.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not like a useless celebrity cameo. It makes sense in the story of the movie. I
Yeah,
like
I mean,
it.
it makes sense in the park. The theme parks have this. Theme parks have celebrities.
If I went
doing
to a
cool
theme
things.
park and Jimmy Fallon presented anything, I would walk out.
You would walk in front of a roller coaster.
I don't want to go to Splash Mountain presented by Jimmy Fallon.
Now, this movie was directed by Colin Trevorrow, who is known
Disgusting.
for also directing Safety Not Guaranteed, Battle at Big Rock, and Book of Henry.
Ugh. And also writing a lot of terrible movies.
Yeah, we'll get to that because he's also a writer on this. We'll talk about what he wrote later.
I'll
But
give it this. This is probably not his worst movie.
No, I've heard Book of Henry is worse.
Oh, I mean, definitely. I would say it's not like it's probably his best.
I
in a
liked.
way.
No, I think Safety Not Guaranteed is better than this movie.
It also has Jake Johnson.
Yeah, this movie is just boring, honestly.
And very
Until the
bland.
last like half hour when it's the most fun you'll ever have in a cinema.
I will say it's going to contradict a lot of what I say earlier, but when I was 20 or in 2015, which doesn't seem like the year this came out, when I was like 15 or 14, whenever, when I watched this at the showing, I did enjoy it.
Yeah, I
will
enjoyed it
give
when it
that.
came out too. But now
So-
that time has passed, go ahead, Hayden.
Hot take. I loved it so much I watched it twice. Okay, I watched it once with Joe, and
I'm
then
a
I watched
hater.
it a second time like 3 days later. And then I enjoyed it again watching it this weekend. It's still my favorite one.
It's a
out of all.
I
dope
thought you
movie.
meant that you watched it
Dinosaurs.
twice this weekend.
Oh no, that's too much.
No, I just like it's just all of it feels fake, but not like in the way that they meant for it to. Like every time they're in a car, it's an obvious green screen, and they're just like moving the steering wheel like you do in a stationary car.
And anytime a car is on screen, it looks like a car commercial.
That's fair.
Because the
Kids
car always
just
pulls up
eating
and it's at like a
hardwoods.
scenic location,
Ladies.
like a rock quarry or a forest, and the logo is always present.
Oh yeah.
Now let's go on to the writers, two of which are Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, who it looks like they are a writing like partnership. They wrote Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and Mulan.
Oh, so
Oh,
you know,
which one?
they kind of
The
went
new
down
one.
at the last.
New
But
one
they
is not
wrote-
good.
Plates are good. The plates are very good.
Yeah, the plates are very good. They didn't write the third one though. They have a story credit on it, but they didn't write it.
And that's arguably the best one. So
Yes.
I know. I love War for the Planet of the Apes. That one's
Yeah, I
awesome.
love the monkeys too.
Now, also Colin Trevorrow wrote it, who wrote Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, Battle at Big Rock, and he wrote the first original script for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Oh
don't forget
wow.
it.
No, Caleb, the original script sounds good, or at least it sounds fine.
well, I
Yeah,
think
like
they're
how
both
General
terrible.
Hux kills himself.
But yeah, like Haki, what is
Really?
it called? Hakisiku, or something like that.
It's like Senpu or something like Senku.
It's senpai.
Something like that, and he killed
Yeah,
himself.
What in
he
the
stabs himself
world?
in the stomach with a lightsaber.
No, he doesn't.
He does,
Yeah,
in the
he
original
does.
script, he does. Yeah, because
Oh
he's
my
on.
word,
He's
that's
he's like
awesome.
the Grand Emperor of Coruscant or something. He's got
Yeah.
he's got a lightsaber collection because he wishes he had the Force. Was that a thing in Rise of Skywalker?
Nope.
Or just
No.
this? Okay.
Never mentioned.
In the original script, he tries to move a coin with his hand or something like that, and then the rebels take over Coruscant, and he kills himself before they can get to him.
Was the original script, was that the one where Rey gets computer parts in her brain that makes her a good Jedi? Or was
No,
that another
that
hack
was-
writer?
That was that guy that wrote novelizations of movies back in the day.
Oh, the one who didn't get money credit from Disney?
Yeah, he said that's how he would fix The Last Jedi is putting
Oh.
robot parts in Rey's brain.
Okay. Well, it's Colin Trevorrow, so it probably still wouldn't have been good. But
I don't know. This movie isn't very good. Safety Not Guaranteed is good. And I think he wrote the script for the next one as well. I think that one has a legitimately good script.
but there's also Book of Henry.
Yeah, exactly. And then Derek Connolly, who wrote Safety Not Guaranteed, Kong Skull Island, and
Oh,
Pokemon
yo.
Detective Pikachu.
Hey, nice.
Oh, sweet. I
Yeah.
like those.
Those are both better than Mulan.
And then the story is by Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver, and it's based on characters by Michael Crichton, who of
From
course
his book Kong.
he
or
wrote
Congo.
he wrote Jurassic Park, Twister, and he created the television show ER.
Really?
Wait, did he really?
Yes, I found that out.
Dang it.
He wrote the first
Dang.
episode as well.
Word.
And apparently, I just found out Quentin Tarantino directed an episode of ER.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's his 10th movie. He's done now.
ER.
Okay, who
Also,
wants to
you
guess
forgot to
what the
mention
budget
Congo.
was? Everyone gets to guess. You all get one guess.
Well, I do know that for
25,000.
some reason, I haven't checked it in a while, but this and the sequel are both in the top 10, maybe 20 of the highest grossing movies of all time.
I'm not
Yeah,
talking about gross
This
right
one
now. I'm
made
talking about
bank.
budget.
Budget, I think, was 250.
Okay.
I'd say
250,000.
350.
We got
Shane, did you say 5,000?
5,000
That's it. That's my final answer.
Well, wait, Kale, what did you say?
Three. No. I'm gonna say 300 million.
Okay, you're all wrong. It's 150 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not as big as I thought it would have been.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
that's fair because they are revitalizing the franchise. They didn't know how well it was going to do. And then, how much do we think it grossed? Joe,
Way too much.
a cool billion.
Hayden,
A cool billion.
Kale.
A cool 2.5 billion.
Ooh. I think that would have made it the highest grossing movie of all time. But
Yeah.
the gross was 1.67 billion.
Too much.
Beautiful. Beautiful. No,
Too-
that's a lot. I like it.
That is a
Too
Yeah,
much
give me
for
more
a
Jurassic
mediocre
Park.
movie.
Okay, general notes. I have two. I don't have hardly any notes from this
General
movie. I'm gonna
notes?
tell you guys.
I have less for the second one.
I have more for the second one. Who wants to
Who's
go
up?
first? Who has general notes? Joe.
Okay.
Go.
I like how the film plays with the mistakes of the original part. And then the introduction of modern technology to the park's design is really helps ensure that the park is actually safer than the last one, and it isn't clumsily used like in some movies. Okay, chill, bro. They got trackers on them now. They know where the dinosaurs
that you
are.
can
at
rip
least.
out.
Well, I mean,
If you're
yeah,
a smart,
but
if you're the
most
smartest
dinosaurs
dinosaur
aren't
ever,
smart enough.
Well, they
They
also
didn't
didn't
mean to make
include
this one
that
so smart.
lyseem deficiency, which would have been nice.
All right, Hayden.
I wasn't bored during this film. This is the first Jurassic
Boom.
Park movie
I
I
was.
can say that I was not bored at some point during the movie.
there we go.
I was bored until, let me tell you, the exact moment I stopped being bored was when Chris Pratt was on his motorcycle driving along with a bunch of raptors running around him. And he just
Oh.
looks around and he's like, all right, let's go. Let's do this.
You mean the
When there's
best
like 40
sequence
limits met.
in cinema?
From
The
that
image
point
that they
on-
put on every single piece of merchandise and
Because the
marketing.
coolest thing ever. He wrote
Posters. The cups at our theater were that.
That was
Oh,
Endgame before
motorcycle.
Endgame.
They
No,
probably had little
Endgame happened
toy
with robots.
figurines for kid packs.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Hayden. Yeah. Have any of you seen Robots recently? The movie Robots.
Last year, probably.
Yes, with
Last time I
y'all,
watched it
like
was with
3 years ago. Yeah.
Last
Wait,
time
yeah,
I
we
watched it,
all it was all three of us, right?
I have no idea. I don't remember that at all.
I definitely
But
watched it with Hayden and maybe Colin.
yeah, the exact like climax of Avengers Endgame happens in the movie Robots. It's crazy how similar it is.
But Endgame doesn't play "Hit Me, Baby, One More
One more
Time."
That's true. I mean, maybe you just couldn't hear it over all the carnage.
True. Maybe Howard the Duck was singing it.
Hayden, do you have any more general notes? Because I think we're just running through them one at a time.
Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon.
All right, Kale.
Now, people wouldn't just, to me at least, I don't see how this happens. People wouldn't just get tired of dinosaurs. I don't care who you are. If I existed in the Jurassic Park universe and I hadn't seen the film, and even if I had known about this, I would be at Jurassic World every single day because it's
You ever gone
dinosaurs
to a
in
zoo?
real life.
You ever gone to a zoo and
coolest
looked
thing
at a
ever.
flamingo? It's boring.
Yeah,
Flamingos
they're
are
awesome.
very boring.
Yeah, but most zoos don't have deceased animals from millions of years ago right
Real-
here in front of my face.
Well, here's
Yeah,
the
Joe,
thing.
if I
This
brought
park,
a dodo bird to your house,
this
you
park
would
has
love
been
that
open
thing.
for a long time.
Yeah.
At
This
the
is like
the
the
point that we're
fifth-
entering into this universe.
Still, the death should make
are
it even
seeing the
more
world from
attracting. Like, hey, people died at the original and they built it on the grounds, which is kind of a desecration, but yeah. But that should like excite people.
Yeah. Plus,
Well, after
like
4 years, it's not going to excite anybody.
with any movie,
Dinosaurs.
there's a level of like just forgiveness, like in world building that you have to just accept with any movie ultimately.
I mean,
And the world building in this is just that, oh, we need to make a bigger dinosaur because the regular dinosaurs aren't cutting it anymore.
It's financially smart, yes. It's
not
cool.
that they don't have to improve. There's still a lot of people there, but I don't think this would be bigger than Disney World. I don't care who you are.
I mean,
Disney
also
World
the
doesn't
one-
have dead animals brought back to life, unless in this
The one
universe
dude
they do.
who seems bored is Zach, and he hates everything.
Yeah, he
Of
sucks.
course he's going to be bored. He hates everything.
And even there's moments where he's like, okay, that was cool. Like with
Okay,
the
hold on. The
Mosasaur.
T-Rex.
Mosasaur,
T-Rex is
Mosasaurus.
dope.
I'm only bringing up this point because they bring it up in the movie.
Yeah, just him.
People are.
The
I'm
moody
not saying that
teenager.
anyone
But
in the
everybody
movie
else.
seemed.
every
I'm not
single-
saying anyone in the movie
kids are
except
like,
the stupid Love Simon kid seemed bored. It's just that they brought it up, and I think that that's very dumb. I can't imagine a world. If this was like 50 years after the original Jurassic Park, I'd give it to you. Maybe even 40 years. But it hadn't been that long to where people would just be like, dinosaur.
I think
If
it
that was the
would.
case, a dinosaur would be in every home of every person, and it would be just a common thing. It would be like Flintstones.
Just
think we could
because
do that.
like real life animals just in general are boring. Like
These are
we
tiny.
find a new one and we're like, oh, that's cool for about a week, and then we all just forget about it or don't care. Even the ones we do
I
see.
still love monkeys. When that monkey did a backflip, man, I went crazy.
Do you mean a monkey flip?
Yeah, and then when the gorilla was spinning around in his cage,
You see
I
that
don't get
new
bored of
monkey we just
monkeys.
found?
the one
The
who's like
flip-
giving, like he's
Eating
taking the thing and
grapes?
eating it.
That thing is wild. I love it.
Why didn't they make Jurassic Park but with monkeys?
They did. It's
Congo.
called
That's
Congo.
just a zoo.
Imagine how better Jurassic Park would be if instead of extinct reptiles, it was extinct apes.
That's a zoo.
No, that's also a thing. No, zoos don't have extinct apes, Joe. Come on.
Doesn't matter. A T-Rex is cooler.
Okay, next one.
Next what?
Jake Johnson's
I
shirt.
don't know.
No.
Yeah, Jake Johnson's shirt is in poor taste, but so is opening a new park after people died at the original. Like, I don't think you get
Yeah,
to speak
that's
about
fair.
poor taste if you have an entire park built on an area where people died. And for all we know, most of them never got buried. There wasn't enough of the lawyer or Samuel
I mean,
Jackson
there was like
to
there's
bury.
like 3 people who died there. That's just an accident.
Plus,
not like 70 people are gonna die. We gotta. I mean, maybe there's
No,
an in
'cause-
memoriam
oh,
section
no.
in the bathroom, but like,
you
I don't
just
know if
go
they're
to the
gonna,
bathroom that
bathroom?
says "Rip this
Above
lawyer."
the urinals.
He died as he lived, going to the bathroom.
Yeah, just for the lawyer.
it's like one of those bronze statues of just him sitting on a toilet. That's it. That's
In the
well,
bathroom. You have to pay
Yep.
respects to him.
And then maybe don't engineer a super killer dinosaur.
No, you should.
Like,
financial. Dinosaurs are
Well,
now
yeah.
boring. They want new teeth.
but
Plus, Henry
maybe
What have
Rowe
they
is just
said?
insane.
maybe look into the process. Like
No.
it's also
No,
what's his
that's
face
boring. That's for nerds.
says I'm not
Yeah.
a mad scientist. My dude, you literally are a mad scientist. You spliced
Oh,
in
yeah, he's crazy.
random animal DNA and made the perfect killing machine.
And
You
doesn't
literally made
understand.
a dinosaur with camouflage powers.
He's a
Yeah, then
psychopath.
does it
He
again.
doesn't understand what he's doing.
And he doesn't much care.
Then how is everyone so bad at their job? Like literally everyone
Chris
at this
Pratt.
park sucks at their job.
Chris Pratt is good at his job.
No, I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
that technically
joke.
he was good at his
But he's
job.
outside help. He's not officially contracted by them. He's like
Yes, he is.
Well, then who in the world? Who are you saying? Like, Claire does her job. She makes sure the park's running.
Oh no,
Uh,
he should have shut down immediately. The John Hammond too, the guy who we said died in real life.
Simon
he should have shut down
Mazzani.
the park.
I don't know if that's
Yeah, I
bad at
think-
your job or just like gross negligence. Like you're actively
you-
doing the thing.
This
you
has
shouldn't
never happened. This
I
has
think
never
if a
happened.
super
How are
killer,
they
I
supposed to
think
be
if
good
a
at
T
something?
Rex escapes, you should shut down the park. But if a
Also,
super killer dinosaur that's smart enough to trick you into making it think it left the cage, you might want to shut the park down.
Or just throw your hands in the air because you're all dead.
Also,
Wonderful.
I know this is still a theme park, but any
It is.
ride involving live dinosaurs, maybe don't have it staffed by one teenager.
Who
No,
doesn't
that's
even know the
fine.
rules? He had to pull
Yeah.
out the book.
Let's pull out a manual and say, I don't know.
That's fine.
And let's see. Oh, and then in all caps,
will.
I just have Jimmy Buffett because
Jimmy
there is
Buffett?
What is
he
that?
is a very good singer and songwriter and island man.
Is he the
And
guy
he
that
has
jumps up
those
with
two
the two
margaritas.
drinks?
Yeah.
That's
re-
my first general notice. Shout out to the guy trying to save his drinks.
That's
There's
Jimmy
a shot
Buffett.
in the Pteranodon attack where everyone's running around. There's just a shot of a guy jumping up out of his seat with two like Mai Tais in his hands.
And that's him. And in this movie, in this universe, he's playing himself because Jurassic World is fully equipped with his own chain of restaurants, Margaritaville. So that was
Whoa.
just Jimmy Buffett visiting one of his locations on literally the worst day possible. And I think in the third one, I want them to hire Jimmy Buffett to make a new album, but out of the songs he would have created from experiencing a dinosaur attack from the first movie.
Yes.
That'd be
Where'd
great.
Katie go?
I'm
There he
here.
is.
He's right there.
Okay.
What are you talking
What's
And
the
about?
whole
then-
time, Joe?
My last
Joe.
note is that I thought, and I still think with the later movie, that the romance between Owen and what's her face is very bad.
I agree with that.
And there's
I
no
agree
chemistry.
wholeheartedly. Especially in the sequel where they have broken up again and then they get back together again.
Like that just stinks of Colin Trevorrow.
Just make them friends.
Yeah.
Also, don't just kiss a lady out of nowhere. She's your boss. That is
Yeah.
sexual harassment.
Fired.
Fired. My only
Hayden,
other
what you
general
got?
note is the last half of this movie is incredibly dumb and fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
What did
As a
Hayden just
Jurassic
send
Park movie should
in
be.
the chat?
If
Hayden just sent
you,
us a file in the chat. I
Is that
will
what it
accept
is?
this, I guess.
Take a look, y'all.
Accept files from people you trust. Do you want to accept the file blank blah 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 from Hayden S?
I sent a photo of Jimmy Buffett from the movie,
Thank
but I guess it didn't work.
Hold on. Oh, I gotta open it. It's a WEBP file. I'm gonna open it in
What?
Microsoft Edge.
How did I mess it up
Loading.
that bad?
I have no idea. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome. Hold on. Let me try to share my screen.
Oh no, oh boy. Oh boy. Yep, you do that, Colin. That'll be fun. So fun in the editing room.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I am currently
Why is my
looking at a
screen
black screen.
This is a very nice
Colin
black
tried to
screen.
share his screen.
My computer's a little slow right now.
Take me by the hand.
Oh, can you guys see it now?
Okay.
Very nice.
Oh wow.
Oh, there we go.
There he
Jimmy
is.
Buffett.
And those ketchup, mustard picture, it looks like. 2 margaritas.
That was worth it.
Wonderful.
That was fully
And
worth
see,
it.
that kind of
Totally.
offsets the presence of Jimmy Fallon. 2 Jimmys.
Whoa!
Double Jimmys.
Okay, good notes.
Jimmy.
Oh, I have a good note. Well, that I'll save for last.
I got 1. I actually got 3.
Okay, go ahead and say all 3, Joe.
Chris
At
Pratt.
the same time.
He's pretty cool at this. I like the dinosaur designs. They're really vibrant without being colorful. The third movie had the most colorful dinosaurs. They almost felt like toys, which I liked. But this one, if these dinos fit with the cooler tones of this movie and are darker shades of colors. And then finally, I think the movie's paced very well. And I think it has enough storylines to feel like a spread adventure rather than a pigeonhole one character story. If it was just the brothers, I think this movie would be probably a lot worse. Or if it was just Chris Pratt, or if it was just Claire, or what was the third guy, Maserati.
You can take the brothers out, and nothing changes about this movie.
Well, actually,
Well, no, because
Claire has
the
no
2
reason
leads
to leave
chase
her
after
compound.
them.
Yeah.
Hey,
So it actually changes everything about this movie.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Good. I can't see anyone right now. I just see CS, KB, and RoboCop.
Sweet.
What?
So,
Okay. So what good
we're
notes
doing-
do you have?
Wasn't boring. Very well paced. I did like the Indominus Rex. It was a little stupid, but I enjoyed it.
All of these movies are stupid.
Yeah, and I liked Mr. Mizrani, so
I love him.
he was the best character in the movie.
Kale, what good notes do you have?
I only have 1.
Okay.
And it's the training raptors part, because that actually feels like a good sequel thing for a Jurassic Park movie, is another application, because we never really see them do anything with the dinosaurs in this kind of manner. They're just like treated as normal zoo animals, and this is the next step for that. That's actually very nice. I don't know the logistics of this, because everything we've shown about raptors up until this point shows that it shouldn't matter if they're babies and you treat them like this. They'll still eat you, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it's dinosaurs don't exist, so they can make up whatever rules they want. Okay, my one good note is a possibly controversial opinion. The costumes in this movie are just as iconic as the original films.
I think so. I think Chris Pratt's vest is awesome. Hayden sent me a photo to the premiere. It was a showing I went to. I dressed up like Chris Pratt. 13-year-old me dressed up like Chris Pratt. It was
Joe.
wonderful.
And he
I'm gonna
brought a
do it.
gun.
I'm gonna do it. Hayden, do you
But
want me
did
to
you
blur
have
your
someone
face out or
come with
something?
you wearing
No, I
one of
don't
those
care.
inflatable dinosaur costumes?
No,
And
that
then
would
did they
have been
propose
wonderful.
to you?
What?
Yeah, Joe brought a gun to the showing.
Whoa!
Yeah. No, chill.
Come
It's a
on.
stick. It was a stick that I put duct tape on.
Okay.
Whenever you
yeah.
look at the photo, it'll all make sense. But I did not
And
bring
Joe
a
was
gun.
shot on sight as
Let's
soon
be
as
very
he
clear
entered the
with that.
theater.
And then Claire has her whole thing going on.
White.
Mr. Masrani's got a good suit. Even the 2 kids, I don't like their outfits, but they are like iconic. Like I can recognize them.
As soon as I saw
Zach's
their
got his
outfits and Mr. and Ms.
Maroon
Ronnie's
shirt.
outfits, my first thought was, they had a sale at J.C. Penney.
What
Okay,
is
what just
happening right
happened?
now?
What are we doing? This is
We're
amazing. We're in like
here.
a stone coliseum.
We're all together.
This episode's gonna be wild.
Very good episode.
I don't know who did this, but this is awesome.
We're in the Coliseum watching a dinosaur fight,
I was hitting buttons.
which is the next logical step in the Jurassic Park franchise. Feel like dinosaur dog fights.
Wild.
We're here.
We're all here together.
Yeah, we're in Jurassic Park.
We
need
made it,
Colin.
Joe.
Colin, give me a high five. Colin, high five.
High five.
Wait, there's my hand.
Yeah.
My arms aren't long enough.
Oh my god. This
is
doesn't even look like Jurassic Park.
Oh, it's Jurassic
Well,
Park.
Look, there's the tree right there, the one that's in the
There's
opening shot.
the iconic tree. You got the iconic battle at Big Rock. This is the Big Rock.
Yeah, that's the big rock.
These
Oh
are
my
the
gosh.
steps.
How do we
Yeah, I like
fix this?
We're
How
in the
did
area.
this happen?
We're in
Oh,
the
we're
area where all the
together
dinosaurs
mode. I
live.
see. Get out of freaking together mode.
Can I change the background?
Now the
There you
question is, will that show up in the actual recording?
There you go.
I hope
Hopefully.
so.
Probably not.
Hayden took a snapshot.
Yeah, I don't know.
There we go.
Ah! Okay. All right, let's get back to bad
Yeah, what were
notes.
we saying?
No, I want more weird. I want more weird backgrounds.
No more weird backgrounds.
I'll figure
Give me-
it out.
Can you
No.
possibly have a background where we're each in the mouth of a different dinosaur, looking like we're being eaten?
Okay, Kale, you get to go last on this segment because, as I understand it, you have some kind of rant. I would assume, anyways.
Oh, really? A Jurassic Park movie and Kale's upset?
Okay, Joe, go. What-
Actually, not for this one. I've already vented my Jimmy
don't have
Fallon
any.
stuff. So
Oh, cool.
it's really the
awesome
second one
movie.
where I have more to say. Just
So
you wait.
you don't have any bad notes? Hayden, do you have any bad notes?
Mr. Mizrani died, but he died like a hero, so it's not that
Yeah,
bad.
not ultimately a bad. Well, I've seen more heroic deaths. I'll say that.
Hey, he went down like a champ. He went down doing what he loved.
There are literal
Flying a
tears
helicopter.
on my face right now because of how hard I laughed. Kale. Bad notes.
Really, it's just what I said before. I feel like everyone is just stupider in this movie, and really in the Jurassic World movies.
Uh-huh.
Like, as soon as I know it would contradict having a movie happen, but still, as soon as super dinosaurs really shut everything down, I don't care about anything else. You shut down. Like, there shouldn't be any question about it. And just both the leads of your company are just okay with letting the super dinosaur loose. That and the fact that in the poor overweight security guard who just sits on the ground and then looks over at Owen and then's eaten. Like, he didn't even try to get up. Also,
Well, I
that
mean,
scene looked really
what is he gonna
bad.
do in that position?
Anything else. Also, this movie slight thing feels very vindictive with its dinosaur kills, like more than any of the other movies. Like, one guy gets stabbed with the beak of a dinosaur. That's messed up.
Yeah.
And then
I wouldn't say
poor,
that's bad though. I liked that.
And then I think the worst of it is the poor nanny. Like, she's
Oh,
never
yeah.
presented as a bad character, but she gets flown off, snatched by like 2 different pterodactyls or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Then flown, dunked in the water, repeatedly, bit in the water, and then gets eaten by the megalodon. Like, what
Yeah,
did she do to
nature is
deserve
a
that?
Cruel presence.
That
Yeah,
should have
well,
happened to Jimmy
well
Fallon.
said. Life finds a
He
way.
wasn't there. Life
To
finds a
kill
way.
Nannies that
Life
don't
finds
deserve
a
it.
way.
All right, my only bad note. I don't think this is a necessarily bad movie. I just
I
don't
do.
think it's a good one. Like, it's fine. It's boring until the last half hour.
Mediocre.
But I don't like the dialogue at all in this movie.
Oh, it's very bad.
It's just like full of exposition that's not handled very well. I don't like it. Ugly notes? Anyone got ugly notes? Joe?
No.
Hayden?
Nope.
Kale?
Colin Trevorrow.
Okay.
He is a very bland director, and he can't write worth anything.
Got him. And then my only ugly note
writing
is
is hard.
Ty Simpkins' haircut in this movie.
Who
The
is
big
that?
old, like, he's the younger kid.
Oh, yeah,
the
no, it's
Hobbit
really bad.
hair?
Yeah.
My man out here looking like a hobbit.
Do
I would
we
also say
think-
that
Oh.
Vincent D'Onofrio doesn't have the best hair in this.
No, it's
Yeah, that's
military cut.
He
ain't
looks
going
like an
for
extra
pretty.
from The Sopranos.
All right. Do we think that this movie adds or subtracts
you,
this
stuff, yeah.
franchise?
Well, I think
Huge
we already know what
addition.
Joe's going to say.
I think it's $1.6 billion worth of an addition.
Yeah, I think it adds in the sense that it revives the franchise. Like this was a
Yeah.
dead franchise before this movie.
But it also just adds so many new aspects. Like
I
to
would
the
say,
universe.
like the dinosaurs, maybe they should have just left it dead.
I think the only actual aspect that this movie adds to the world is the new park.
I
Otherwise,
like that they
just-
made the Raptors the stars of the franchise.
Yeah, that's fair.
Humans suck. Raptors are cool. Make them. And it gave us a new logo. It's all gray.
Every movie gives us a new logo.
Gray. For like the
Okay.
franchise. It's now
Now-
all gray.
I have two very, I'll say the second one for the other movie, but very important question.
Oh, okay. What are
Out
your
of this
questions
movie-
for us?
And I guess if you want any of the other movies, because I don't believe we talked about this, what is your favorite dinosaur from these movies?
Wonderful question, Kale.
Hold on. Okay.
Quotes time. Quotes
Back to the
time.
pod.
Quotes time. Quotes time. Joe, what quotes do you have written down?
I got shoot, where's my quotes section? I got two. Let's see.
I have two
I'll
as
do this is a little bit of life advice from Masrani, the Jurassic World CEO.
well. The thing
the
that
key
belongs
to
on a
a hap-
poster in an office.
What?
The saying that belongs on a poster in an office with like a kitten or an
Yes.
eagle on it.
The key to a happy life is to accept that you are never actually in control.
Just
Cool.
like no one's in control of this park that he should be in control of.
Got
And then I got Henry Wu to Masrani. Monster is a relative term. To a canary, a cat is a monster. We're just used to being the cat. I'm really happy that this film still toys with the moral implications of bringing back dinosaurs and where everybody stands in the food chain.
That was my quote. That was going to say.
I was gonna use that
One of
one too.
I wasn't.
Colin, you were too. Yeah.
And it starts by
No, Colin, you were too. I'm sorry I stole
starts
it.
by Maserati saying, "I
wasn't.
never asked for a monster,"
Ooh.
which I mean
Yeah.
he did.
You
asked
did.
for the scariest
More
dinosaur you could
teeth,
create.
cooler.
Hayden, what quotes do you have?
That was the one.
All right, cool. I have when Vivian says, "I have a boyfriend," because that was improvised.
No,
Huh?
really. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?
I think she was still gonna shut him down. Like he wasn't just gonna kiss a random lady. But I don't think that line was there. And then like the little interaction they have after where he's like, "Oh, really? You don't talk about him?" She's like, "I'm at work."
Yeah.
I like that. And then also when Claire is like, "Everything will be okay," and then Chris Pratt is like, "No, it's not," and she's like, "He's scared. It's okay to lie when people are scared."
Yeah, it is.
That was a good line.
Cool.
Now it's time for trivia.
Wait, I have one more quote.
Sinuses are acting up.
I was kind of waiting for someone else to say it. I figured everyone was going to say it. It'd be one of those. But it's when they're in the middle of the Velociraptor and Indominus Rex fight. It's when the other annoying kid, the younger one, just out of nowhere says, "We need more teeth."
Oh yeah.
Why wouldn't you just say, go get another dinosaur?
Go get the
not how
T-Rex from
people
the
talk.
first movie and run around in your
Well,
heels
that's
that you
easy
did
to say.
professional training to do in this
Also,
movie.
I hadn't thought about it in a while. I thought she just like slightly ran, but now she's hoofing it in those high heels.
Yeah, my girl.
And she
Anyway.
would probably
My,
break her ankles.
The only other quote I really remember from this movie, like genuinely remember from like when I haven't seen this movie in weeks or months. The only time I remember is when Chris Pratt's like snapping at the Raptors doing the clicky thing, and then one of them jumps and he's like, "Hey, don't give me that." I love it. Chris Pratt and the boy. Wait, that's a meme?
When he was like snapping in front of the dinosaurs, that was a meme.
Yeah, it was a meme for a while.
Meme? I'm gonna look this up. Cool.
Meme
Okay, anyways,
review.
we're going to trivia. It's trivia time. Hayden.
Me.
No, nobody else gets to do the trivia song except me.
That's not a song. That's a battle cry.
Hayden, how many raptors are under Owen Grady's command?
4.
Good job. You did it.
Blue, Delta, Echo, and Charlie.
Yes, those are all their names. Correct. Oh, you
Oh,
get
where's
bonus points. Good
Foxtrot?
job. That was awesome.
I'm
Kale, what logo is on Larry Cutler's t-shirt?
The Jurassic Park logo.
Very good. Joe,
Yes.
how long has Jurassic World been open?
6 years.
Is this your final answer?
No, I'm gonna go with 7.
It's wrong.
6 was right.
10 years.
Oh
This
wow.
park has
Okay,
been
so
open.
yeah, people would be bored. Or some
Exactly.
people, the annoying people of the world.
I wonder how many people died in that time period.
Okay, Joe, talk about a video game.
Okay, did anybody else notice that on the bottom of the cup, whenever what's his face, Vincent D'Onofrio, he takes a sip of that dude's cup, and on the bottom is written 7. I didn't understand it, but I noticed that, and I thought that's what you were gonna ask me is what's the number at the bottom. Like that's how messed up I am watching movies now. Is I'm like, go skip back. I need to see what number's on the cup. I didn't even know it was on there, but I was like, I gotta skip back. I gotta make a note of this.
What
'Cause it was the
ridiculously
seventh
hard
cup.
question am I gonna ask Joe?
Okay. In our modern, this is making moolah from the movies. A segment in which I talk about video game movie tie-ins. So in our modern age, most movies don't get video game tie-ins, and if they do, they kind of suck. They're like Candy Crush stuff.
Unless it's like Go Jurassic World.
Are you kidding me? There's one game for this, and I only have one game to talk about. And you already ruined it.
No,
But
there's Jurassic World
this
Extinction.
is Jurassic Park we're talking about. They're gonna make a video game tie-in. And they only made one game. They made more for the next ones, but this one had like one game. It's a pretty good one, Lego Jurassic World, which Colin has been playing through as we make this podcast. Colin, are you liking the game? Can you give us a rating?
The game. It's 5 out of 5, honestly. Well, no, really 3 out of 5. Like it's a Lego game. It's not one of their best ones either.
There you go.
I'll be
That's more
honest.
accurate.
It's fine. I'm probably halfway through the Jurassic World portion of it, and they retread a lot of ground because like there's a lot of similar levels in each movie. In every movie, there's 2 levels where you're running. Well, not levels, but like part of a level where you're running from a dinosaur.
Can you play? 2 questions.
Okay.
Do the annoying boys do anything useful? And
Yes.
2, can you play as Jimmy Fallon?
You can play as Jimmy Fallon. I have not unlocked him, but
Disgusting.
I remember him being in it.
I wonder
the
if Jimmy
boys
Buffett's in it.
do. They do
Be quiet, please.
stuff. I don't know what the older one does actually. Probably some kind of texting thing. But the little boy has like, he has knowledge of dinosaurs, obviously, and he's got a little
He's
fanny pack.
basically Alan Grant.
I completely forgot that was a subplot in this movie, that their parents were going through a divorce.
Yeah.
What are divorces compared to dinosaurs?
I
Come
love
on.
Judy Greer though. She's great.
What I always think about, I'm like, I think Lego games are the best, and then I like try to play through them, and I'm like, oh, it's very repetitive and kind of boring. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe the newer ones are different, but like I've tried to
No.
play Indiana Jones. It's a lot of, and before they had the split camera, playing multiplayer sucked.
Oh
The
yeah.
newer ones are worse.
Really?
Are they?
The only good Lego game I've played in the past couple years was DC Supervillains.
Yeah, I was about to say that one. That one's a good one.
That was good.
I
But
like
other than that, I
Dimensions
haven't
just
really
how
liked
weird
them.
it was.
What else have they done recently though? Lego Dimensions was good.
Yeah, but it's just I felt like I could never do anything because I didn't own all the characters.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
don't know.
Like
There
with
was
Disney Infinity, you could at
Lego
least get away
Ninjago.
with owning like half. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like Lego Dimensions, you had to have all the characters.
Uh-huh. Or at least like one character from each franchise.
Yeah.
You had to get Homer. You had to get the Ghostbusters. You had to get, I think Adventure Time was in that. They had like everybody who was
Yeah.
everybody. And everybody who was nobody.
You
They
had
had
to
to
get
get-
Gamer
and-
Kid.
Yeah, you had to get Joe's
18.
favorite gamer kid.
Love Gamer Kid.
Okay, now it's time for fun fact or heart attack. Bow, 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 bow. Hayden, would you like a fun fact or a heart attack?
Give me a fun fact this time.
Okay. During early stages of development, Harrison Ford was set to star in this movie, but dropped out due to the quality of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, amongst other reasons.
Yeah.
Wait, the what?
Main one, him being old. He can't
Yeah.
do anything anymore. He's old.
So would he have been Mizrani, Vincent D'Onofrio, or Owen? Do you think?
I hope he would play.
Would they give him leading
No.
status in this?
I
as
think
like
he
a
would be
60 or
D'Onofrio.
70-year-old man?
I think so
he
too.
would have been D'Onofrio, or maybe he was just a new, like, because this is early stages of development, like back in 2008. So it could have just been reworked completely.
It would have been the actor Harrison Ford.
Going
Instead of
to
Jimmy
the
Fallon.
theme park.
Yeah.
Now that would have been good.
Harrison Ford instead of Jimmy Fallon on a little TV screen.
He would just yell at you like dinosaurs.
Don't ask me about Star
Speaking
Wars.
of Harrison Ford and the Oscars, Harrison Ford like presented last night, and he looked old and tired. I liked it.
He
And
talked
Brad
about
Pitt
the
presented.
Blade Runner.
He did. He was like, they said Blade Runner sucked, and I'm like, I watched it too. Yeah.
It did
Cool.
suck.
Also, you cannot tell me that Harrison Ford, especially at this age, understands what happened in Blade Runner. I don't believe it. Or even thinks that it's a good film.
You say the word replicant around him, and he just drifts into a coma.
Instantly.
Okay, Kale,
Starts having flashbacks.
would you like to have a fun fact or hear a heart attack?
Fun fact.
All right. A popular fan theory has it that Owen Grady, played by Chris Pratt, is the grown-up version of the boy Dr. Grant intimidated with a raptor claw at his dig site. Owen's understanding of pack hunting behavior then could be explained by the warning Grant gives him in Jurassic Park. Owen also says that to work with the raptors, he has to show them respect, something Grant also warned about. The original actor, Whit Hertford, dismissed the idea.
Hurtfoot.
Let me say that sentence again. The original actor, Whit Hertford, dismissed the idea, saying, "Guys like me don't grow up to look like Chris Pratt."
I have to say, Whit
Bro,
Hertford is the fakest name I've
accept
ever
the
heard.
theory and roll with it.
I gotta
Okay,
say,
Joe.
though, in
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Jurassic World, Dominion Fallen, whatever, I could definitely see a scene where Alan Grant has interactions with Chris Pratt throughout most of the movie, and then halfway in, Chris Pratt's like, "You still don't recognize me. I was that kid you scared."
I was that kid you tried
Love
to
a
gut with
fan
a raptor
theory.
claw. Okay,
Fan theories
Joe.
definitely make everything better.
Oh
I'm
my
surprised
gosh. Joe,
they
do you
have
want
fans.
to be asked this question or not? Because it doesn't sound like you do.
Sure. Is it a fan theory?
Do you want a fun fact or a heart attack? No, it's
Fun
not a
fact.
fun thing. This is just a fun little thing. For the season 2 Parks and Recreation DVD, Chris Pratt made a behind-the-scenes video. In the video, he reads a fake text from Steven Spielberg about being cast in Jurassic Park 4. Pratt was cast as the lead in the 4th Jurassic Park movie.
I forgot about that.
You know, sometimes the universe just aligns. First with Simon Pegg saying he wasn't going to be in a Mission Impossible movie, then he was. Now with Chris Pratt going to be in Jurassic Park 4, which we all call Jurassic World.
Then there was Brendan Fraser being in the new Mummy movie that's coming out. He said it Doom Patrol.
Boom. There you go. Wait, did he say that?
No, no one watches that show, Joe.
Oh, lots of people watch that show. I love that show.
Very good show.
Really?
Raise your
I
hand
thought it was
to watch that
weird.
show.
I freaking love that show. Okay,
Raise
Joe.
You watched Doom Patrol.
Bring us home, Joe. It's time for the outro.
Okay.
I watched Dune Patrol, which is a show about people waiting for the new Dune to come out.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
It never will. Joe, I can't hear you.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
No, I can't hear you.
Okay, because I hit my microphone. I thought I might have done something to it. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode. You can find us at josephmaldonado.com. That's Joseph, MALDONADO.com. From there, you can find this podcast, the articles I've written, our Twitter accounts, as well as our Letterboxd accounts. Like, subscribe, retweet, reblog, repost, and once again, thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Will we ever get out of this Coliseum? Tune in to find out.
Are we
Hold
still
on,
in the
hold on.
Coliseum?
Yeah,
Nope.
we have a week to
Will
get
we
out.
ever get out of this Coliseum? Tune in
Tune
next
in.
week to find out.
Same
To the next
dinosaur place,
episode
same
of
dinosaur
Dragon
channel.
Ball Z.
Yeah. Go,
What he
Power.
said.